Start the day.
How it is. Welcome in and welcome back. It's
Let them into our
Tuesday.
private conversations.
And I usually kick off with, let me get a thumbs up, chat players if we're ready. And usually there's thumbs up. Today it was tongue. Got a lot of tongue. Dorky did a wave thing. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are having a fantastic start to your week. I am Sir Pfeffers, the humble dungeon master for the Long Shot community. And I've got quite a few announcements to get through right quick before we start up, because the summer series is coming up. Do you know about the summer series? It's where I, as the DM, foolishly give the reins over to a bunch of other fantastic individuals. Some of them are in the call. And then I allow myself the summer to kind of rest a bit, prep the next arc, the next sessions, if you will, and such. And that's coming up in June. First week of June, we will be starting our summer series, and that goes all the way through August, and then in September, we pick back up here with these fantastic beans, as well as a bunch of other summer series coming down the line with people from the Windfall, people from Void Scourge, and stuff like that. We have a whole bunch of stuff in the making. Stay tuned in for that. If you would like to get more information, it will be released in the Discord. Feel free to go check that out. I will do a little bop and bop. If you want to get caught up on what we've got so far, we have fully edited episodes up on the YouTube Jake and Pfeffers. You might have noticed, chat, that the chat bar has reappeared on the template. I'm feeling it out. I'm seeing how it goes. I might get rid of it again, but we'll see. Other things to announce. Critical Bard, Marcus Territory, and an Artsy Fish have all joined the Void Scourge campaign on Saturdays. As some of you already know, we're on probation. As some of you already know, we have a core group in the Void Scourge community, in the Void Scourge party, and then we're going to be rotating in a lot of various guests and stuff like that. Our current two new guests is Critical Bard and Marcus Territory, jumping in on Saturday. Tune in for that. I think that's it for me. Let me say, Ben, take it away. Oh, you're
Hi.
eating. So to recap, my apologies, Ben. To recap, the party just home aloned an entire house and wiped out so many important people to my story. And Pod also just dunked on my kind of mid story BBEG, like my big scary that I had in the pocket, and we opened with kind of a brutal beatdown, and then Pod started showing up, and the chat over here redeemed a mod made NPC who was able to also jump in and help. We are going to be picking up in the remains of this of Lord Braylor Thorn's estates, which are now just wrecked. But you know, they got permission to go there, so you know, the ship is flying in now, and we're going to be picking up from there. Ben, tell us about Thylo's headspace and stuff like that, as well as a bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainerd. You can find me on the internet. I am playing Thylo Match, the Order of Scribes / Rune Knight Fighter High Elf Wizard bitch. Y'all, last week was fun because the wizard was given time to prepare, and what does a wizard like more than time to prepare? Nothing. So he's stoked that he didn't actually have to fight, other than, you know, a couple lightning balls that he threw at a guy, and he's kind of exhausted. I gave myself a level of exhaustion.
Nice.
Because I feel like that's something Thylo would have just run around sprinting, grabbing things, and just not have rested his own brain until that was over. So he's exhausted. He's happy that himself and his friends didn't die. He has not taken a second to perceive how much damage he just caused people and stuff. But he's very tired. George.
Hello. I'm Good Grief George. You can follow me as Good Grief George on all the things. I'm playing the aforementioned Pod, who, as you said, was definitely spent the first 3 turns just not wanting to fight this person. And then eventually just said, okay, I guess I'm gonna start casting my spells. And murdered the shit out of this guy. So, honestly, I had no idea what I was gonna do with that. But hey, Pod survived. Pod came back and is now in the Fallen ASMR form. Just casually walking around in that form. And we'll see where their mindset's at now with everything that's happened. Usually I pass it on to Jake, but I think this time I'm gonna try something different. Passes to Levy.
Hello, I am Levy. No, I am Dorky. I'm that Dorky cosplayer. I play Levy. The person that I play, I just woke up from a nap. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm never ready for this intro, no matter how many times we do it. Something with Levy, I'm like, I play this character. Y'all can figure it out. Have fun. Levy was gone, down and out for the episode prior to last week. So she woke up and it was like, hey, bad things are happening, but worry not, we have a plan. And she was just kind of like, cool. Sounds good. Let's do that. One problem though. Why did we let Pod go by themselves? Not loving that. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this all goes. So, Taylor, have you gone?
No. Hi everyone. I'm Taylor Ann Tracy. You can find me absolutely everywhere as Taylor Ann Tracy. I play Eshna, the Circle of the Stars druid. She is getting more like, after we've made the decision, well, the decision was kind of, she was voluntold that she had to stay with this group. But then this was like really impressive, and she's been kind of like iffy on if Thylo could really protect, like if Levy was interested in Thylo sort of stuff, and now she's like, I can trust her with it. It'll be okay. So she's just overall impressed with the group, but she is gnawing at the bits to get to Eviosa and to try and figure out what's going on with the Jinn. So she's happy with how everything has turned out, but she is raring to go on to the next thing. I'll pass it off to Jake.
I'm gonna make sure I'm not muted. Hello everyone, I'm Kripel Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I play Anarian, the Fallen ASMR Twilight Cleric. Watched Thylo's handiwork wreck pretty much everyone that came towards the house. Helped a little bit at the end. Pod is safe for the time being, at least, so that is a plus. And now we get to find out how much trouble we're in for ruining Thorn's summer getaway home, or whatever this is.
All right,
Let's do it.
cool. The party gathered together. Pod, have you officially rejoined the group yet? Not yet? Okay.
Yeah, we
we
Pod
did
had
at
walked
the
through
end.
the door.
Okay.
Just right at the end there.
I believe all of these Celestials are still around Anarian. Okay.
I don't know if I can dismiss them because they're Glyph of Warding. But
Okay.
they're not going to attack any of the Thorn people, because they actually have a stipulation of when I cast them, I have to choose like a certain group.
Oh.
So it was the followers of,
Cool. Perfect.
to target only the.
Perfect.
So if
All right,
there's
so
any
they're
secret
gonna-
spies
They're
in that
gonna
group.
attack Pod. No, I'm just joking.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no!
So, yeah, right. Pod's like, hey guys, I'm back.
Make seven was it con saves or dexterity saving throws? Go for it.
So, the ship, you hear it with its strange magical abilities that it uses to move with the Freaquin that we have met before. So you hear this kind of as it gets closer, and then you hear an anchor dropped and lands in some of the nearby rubble and pulls itself to a stop. On the roof, you hear the scrape of talons on the roof.
Are we expecting more company?
Only those of House Thorn.
We did tell them that we were in trouble, and they said maybe they would be on their way.
How do we know that that's House Thorn?
Philo from the ground is gonna hold up Bookmark. Go, can you just check on that for us?
Oh God, wait, I'm sorry, I forgot about Bookmark. I gotta.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then doesn't come back.
Doesn't come back?
Doesn't come back. Wuniri drops down onto the nearby balcony. As you remember him, this kind of broader gentleman, full plate regalia of the epitaphs of House Thorn, and down with him, 2 guard drakes, and he's holding Bookmark.
Guys, I think it's House Thorn.
Yes, possibly.
Looks up, takes in the scene. Alexa, stop. I don't know how we got there, but shush. Well, glad to see you're all okay. And he lets go. Bookmark flits back to Thylo. And he goes, and all these guard drakes begin prowling throughout the room, passing by you guys going down the stairs. I'm gonna
just underneath the chin of one of them. Oh, you're so good.
You approach one of them, and it keeps going.
Way to kill the vibe, Jeff.
Yeah, let me roll animal handling at least
You
before
may.
you see if it growls at me.
You may.
Let the druid be good with animals.
Like,
It's
the
a dragon.
It doesn't matter. That's a
It's a drake.
Friend shaped.
15 plus 9.
15 plus 9. Fine.
One
I
growls,
just
but
wanna
the
tickle it
other
out of the
one.
It goes to growl at you, and then you kind of hit just the right spot, and it's just kind of like quickly moves on. Looking at the other ones are like nipping at him.
Are we allowed to touch the service pets? We're not really sure about.
Wouldn't recommend it. Not right now. Right now, they're all kind of fired up. They're all kind of itching for a fight, as it were. He walks back in. That is a lot of Celestials. Hi. Well. Fuck. I'm glad you're okay. We got here as soon as we could. And he kind of holds up a. Stone. You can go down. Lord Braylor himself. Again in this huge plate. Last time you saw him, he was very well dressed and kind of on vacation. He was at the festival trying to vibe, maybe do some jousting, but he brought all of his toys, and he shows up in all of this resplendent plate armor, long blue silver cloak flowing, helmet on. He takes off the helmet, puts it under one shoulder as the various floating pseudo-sentient weapons begin to move down, joining Wuniri and Braylor. Lord Braylor looks around. He make a perception check, chat. That's the second time today.
I was like, wow.
Why am I like
chat.
this?
I was like, Vegas or roll dice? That's
Yeah,
cool.
since when?
How many channel points do I have to spend to make perception checks
Yeah.
in the game?
Good God. Oh, that's a weird idea.
We all have to
18?
take like our headphones off.
Yeah, right. 18.
Nat 1.
13.
Not one. Young Lord Braylor looks significantly older now. You can see the stress lines of his new lordship has weighed him down. He looks much more serious. But that eases a bit when he sees the party, when he sees Levy.
Levy's gonna
Oh.
make her way over and just kind of like tap the armor and go, "You came ready to play, huh?"
I came ready to play. I'm glad to see that you're all right.
Yeah, that's an interesting story I'll have to tell you about.
I'd like to hear it. Y'all really shit the bed, didn't you? Alexis, stop! Please.
Alexa wants to play.
Actually, shit was one of the few things that I didn't use.
My cows maybe shit a little bit in your guys'.
It's all right. I hadn't even seen this place yet. I honestly picked up, and he looks genuinely embarrassed. He's like, I honestly picked up a couple of estates I haven't managed to find time to go look at. It's a bit embarrassing, really. Look at
Well,
this place,
now-
You
Tango.
have one?
You
I
get
would
to
love to
build
be embarrassed.
it all your
that way.
own.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ashton?
I said I would love to be embarrassed in that way.
He looks a little sheepish when Neri kind of like jostles him. More individuals begin landing outside. Some of them landing within and kind of taking up flank in the room, looking about, nervously eyeing the Celestials. But you can hear, as we know, not all of the invaders were 100% murdered. You know, some of them were just kind of tripping balls down there and incapacitated in various ways. They're getting murdered now.
George mentioned when Pod came up that they were finishing off people as he went
That's
up.
right.
So they already did kill everyone. No survivors is what was
Okay.
said.
Yep.
Eshna?
Oh, I was gonna tap on Lord Thorn's shoulder, and I was gonna be like, if they were hunting, I was gonna be like, Levy, we tried to not hurt the pain with too many deaths all at once. But we may have, so maybe we should prepare for some sort of power exchange here.
Braylor and Wuniri kind of look at each other. They don't seem to know much about the pain.
I guess then lies the questions that was brought up. Pod is going to be like, oh yeah, where was most of the deaths? Like,
Third floor, I think.
I think it was out at the explosion, actually.
Yeah,
Right?
I think so.
Okay.
The initial detonation and then the rock slide.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Pod was. I mean, I don't think they're gonna see anything, but Pod will just kind of take a look outside and see if there's any.
Make an Arcana or a Religion check.
Boop, guidance.
We're good
Whatever
at both.
Pod is going to do.
Also,
That's
on your
the-
way through the kitchen, you find a dragon pepper.
What kitchen?
Excellent.
Oh yeah, that's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Outside
Oh.
in the
Gases.
grass.
A side
had
pantry
been-
of some
Yeah,
kind.
yeah,
Like one jar that stayed.
Yeah.
Blew up.
I learned nothing. A total of 4.
Even with guidance?
Yeah, I rolled a 2 on the die.
You have a demoralizing moment, my guy.
No.
Pod, you get out there, kind of standing over the rubble, trying to push your newfound senses, and it gives you a headache. A little bit of blood down the nostril. Look at that magnificent mustache.
Is that that gnome, that halfling, whatever they were,
Toria,
Gloria.
looking around, you hear her looting, and she kind of pokes out from one area. She's not very much tried to join the rest of the party or anything like that. She kind of pokes out from one of the lower floor's windows. Yeah. Hello.
We got a shadow to talk to.
All right.
Just come with us to the upper floor. We gotta talk to. We'll do it up there.
Well, that's gotta be a bit inconvenient for me.
What? Why?
Well, what happens is I become Task, and I get a few memories so that I can properly disguise myself, right? But I'm a bit hesitant to put myself in front of all them big important folk. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Oh, it's all right. We'll tell them. We'll tell them ahead of time. Probably.
Oh, well, at least guidance worked. Wow, man. That's the second die that's going to be sitting over here on the side. So let's see. Perception or persuasion. That's a +1. With I got 4 on my guidance. So that's 5. And with the dice roll, that's an 8.
Okay. What do you say to persuade her?
That is, we'll tell them ahead of time. We're gonna let them know what's going on. We're not just gonna have you walk in as Task and freak everybody out.
Can you promise me safety?
I should probably tell him that I killed him.
Right. You didn't
Uh,
answer my question.
I think that my brother can promise you protection. I'm still hurting a little bit from the fight, so I can't really, like, if they wanted to fight you, I can't really fight back against them. But, you know.
Right, well. Let's see what comes of it. Come on.
Okay.
As if it was her idea. She starts moving towards the upper areas. Thank you, Jake. You are the best. Okay. Interesting. Okay. As she's walking with Pod, she says to them, I won't be able to have any closely tight-held secrets, but I'll do what I can. Yeah?
What do you mean?
I don't get this deeper thoughts, I just get that kind of surface knowledge so that I can properly and pretend to be them.
Oh. Well, let's say what I got a friend who's really smart, and he might be able to know what kind of questions to ask before we do this. So maybe we talk to him,
Alright.
and maybe he'll know.
Right. Back up to the rest of the party. As Pod and Toria enter.
We haven't met Toria yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So, are you safe now? Where will you be going next? Do you
Who
need
are
to stay
you?
here for a time? Sorry, right now I'm
Oh.
Braylor.
I was
Lord
like,
Braylor.
wow, this person, she's just coming in and is like, yep, I've been here the whole time. Like, I am a part of the group.
Please tell us
Ah.
everything.
Gosh, everything. First question, where we're going next? We had that set, guys? Are we heading on our next adventure?
Yes,
We've been at the same adventure, right?
Yeah, same adventure.
Okay.
We're off.
I can't remember the name of the place. Someone help me out here.
I don't think it had a name. It was just that way into
You're looking
the woods.
for the Circle of the Silver Bastion on the Silver Road for an air djinn known as Eviosa.
That
We're
one.
looking for Eviosa, but we're going that way.
Yeah, we plan to travel that way. And I'm not being vague, I promise. We just know our next goal is that way, and we'll know it when we see it, kind of thing.
Yeah, we've been given the trailhead. We just don't know where the trail continues to go through to.
Understood. You are wise, party, to keep your cards close to your chest. In that you're not talking about Eviosa. You're not talking about the djinn. You make no mention of other large-scale things going on. But the lack of information is noted by Lord Braylor. Uniri's clueless. Uniri's like, yeah, well, all's well that ends well. I just wish we could have gotten here sooner.
We appreciate you coming at all, especially at such short notice and only with the information we were able to send through,
Between
a
you and
short
me,
message.
Eshna, he needed this. He's been bogged down on that bridge for too long. He doesn't like it. He says kind of quietly.
During this time, Levy's going to kind of motion for Braylor to follow.
Okay.
Is it Braylor or Braylord?
Braylor.
Okay. Just kind of like talking about like the different creative things that they did to like fortify this place, and like kind of starting that conversation to kind of like start the leading away.
Sure.
And then Levy's gonna like touch his arm and go, you look very handsome, don't get this wrong, but
Thank you.
you don't look so good. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I did not ask to become the new Lord of the Bridge. With it has come many duties and responsibilities that I don't honestly feel like I was 100% ready to take on. If I wasn't related to March, I probably wouldn't have gotten this.
And you can't. I don't know. There's no one who can help with that load that's been placed on you.
Yeah,
Like,
I've got a whole coterie and a whole staff. It's but ultimately the hard decisions have to come from me. And there's been a few. There's been a lot of them.
yeah, I would imagine.
So as much as I regret you getting put in danger, I'm glad I was able to come and help.
I will say it made me feel quite touched that you so quickly and willingly gave up a home, not to let us just escape to. I am so sorry. That's
No, it's
awful,
fine.
but
It's okay.
it wasn't flashy enough for you. It needed like an update. So
You're
it
right, I have
really
to go
did.
break something to be properly impressive, don't I? He looks over at one of the like rubble mounds that have kind of broken a little bit through one of the window and just kind of nudges it over, and it kind of topples, skitters down the stairs. He goes,
Good job.
Oh, I just mended that.
They have a lighthearted moment of laughter.
Well, I'm sure that with your status, you can get a hold of us as needed. But seriously, if you need just, I don't know, a night away, reach out.
Absolutely, and I hope you realize You can come back with me to the bridge if you needed to, if you needed somewhere safe. I can't promise anything more than that, but I would be remiss if anything happened to you or your friends. You've truly gotten yourselves neck deep in something. What is going on with the Church of Death?
I will be quite honest with you. I'm not fully caught up on what all has happened. There seemed to have been a misunderstanding somewhere. I haven't been privy to all the details myself. I wish I could tell you more. It just, right now, it's a matter of making sure we all stay safe, which you have greatly helped with. And thank you. That's such a kind offer. Right now, we are going to be traveling, and names a general town that she knows is that direction.
Sure.
But not revealing anything, because we heard that some people went on a path down that way, and they got a few answers we're hoping to find as well.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I really... It's not mine to tell. If you know what I mean. I would tell you if I could, but unfortunately it's just not for me to say.
I understand. You should know that there's some dangerous individuals out that way. There's a druid circle that you should be aware of if you're not. At that point, Thylo, you're standing there in the room, chilling. And an elf joins from the ship above, a daintier on the roof, and you notice the daintiness of it, but what you don't expect is an elf who just kind of over the top, Rainbow Six Siege style, kind of looks head down into the room, and then kind of grabs, twists, hangs, and very tall elf. Long tapered ears, muzzle, this beautiful ornate muzzle across the mouth and nose. Wide eyes, the irises made of a chestnut wooden material. Looking about, very well dressed.
Does he look like he would be part of the Uniri's army? Of the House Thorn?
Certainly doesn't fly any colors of House Thorn, but did arrive with House Thorn. Uniri kind of looks at him sideways, kind of nods, and at the nod he kind of does a into the room and looks about, sees Pod, sees the Celestials, studies the Celestials, and then begins to move throughout the rest of the room, lands on Thylo, and rolls quite high. And does like a double take. Kind of saunters over to you. It's about your height.
Hey.
Nods in greeting.
So, do you like travel with these guys, or?
He makes an attempt at a sign language that he assumes you know, because he is aware that you are an elf. I don't believe you know the sign language, but
Okay.
it would be foreign to you. But I will allow you to have the agency of that. Would your father have taught you the elven nobility coded hand talk. Not coded so much as is just what they use when they're not formally writing things.
I think if my dad would have known it, he would have tried to teach it to me at the very least.
Okay. Then you may make a history check to see as you drudge up old lessons.
27.
Can Pod make a history check on this too? I don't think I'm gonna pass, but
Would you have learned this language?
I think based off of Pod's job, there's the possibility in the past that they would have learned some rudimentary version of this language so that they could get by. Like if they had to deal with an elvish noble, or if they had to portray themselves as one, or they had to meet up with one in order to trade information.
Respectfully, I don't believe this would have been taught anywhere near the Arcanum.
Okay, fair enough.
What'd you get, Philo?
27.
27? Okay. Yeah, you pull up a decent amount of, you got the alphabet, you got the formal greetings, you got the where's the bathroom, you've got the, the usual. And a bit extra on top, yeah. The greeting was a very formal, by the way of harmony, hello. I did not expect you. A pleasant surprise along the path. We travel here today.
Okay. I'm gonna try my best to sign back. They let you travel with them even though you're an elf?
There's a bit of a... They didn't have much say in the matter, as they were not. As they were at the embassy when this message came through. My lord and master sent me as a show of friendship to assist in whatever way I am capable of. And you see the wood around his eyes go a bit gold. Kind of an angry gold, like a malicious intensity. A flagrant showing of power.
Yeah, too bad Philo has like a -8 insight.
Oh, pretty.
Philo's like gold. Yeah. How do they respond to your presence?
Begrudgingly.
Tracks.
But if we are to succeed in opening trade routes within our borders, then this is a necessary step. What you do know is that because of the muzzle, he is of some level aristocracy within the Elven lands. Sounds like he works for the ambassador, Makuta,
Right.
and was sent by Makuta to help in some way.
I would like to
Okay, I'm
murder
gonna ask-
Makuta by the end of this campaign. Just want to murder.
Chat, you
Try
should go
again.
watch last chapter of Terraform on the island. I want to throw him
I'm
off
gonna
of a
ask their
high
name.
building.
I'm gonna ask for their name. The person I'm talking to.
That doesn't start with a T.
Don't remind Jeff, because then they won't do it. Gotta come naturally.
He kind of does a hesitate. I am of the Roa house. And there's this flicker in his eye of almost shame. Make a history check. It's
Hello,
Tylo.
24.
Ooh. Yeah, he doesn't get a name. Well, the history was 24. A long time ago. Elves are very long-lived. And when you live that long in times of peace, your plans and treacheries and secret plans and all of that tend to kind of pile up. And all of the positioning and posturing gets to a whole nother level, right? So when there was one assassination that ticked off, that domino affected into another assassination and another assassination until an absolute bloodbath occurred, and it's historically known as the Reaping, where so many elven nobles died that a whole house was wiped off the board, and many others almost didn't survive as well. And my elves and my worlds tend to be extremists. They tend to go way over the top. So the result of that was a muzzling. All of the upper society of the elves, who are almost just elves, are muzzled, and each house named after a tree has one speaker. Everything else is written and closely monitored by, the government of the elves. This dude has not ever taken off his muzzle. Couldn't if he wanted to. Doesn't even get a name. He is...
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the invitation I got from Tarly at the GameStop tent.
Okay.
I'm gonna
For
show
the
him the
chest?
details.
The dragon chest?
Yeah, because as part of that, I was like, I would just want invite to the game night,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna show Roa the information on the game night ticket, and I'm gonna sign to him. You'll be known as friend to me. Let's talk more and play some games.
Make a general charisma check for me.
Okay,
I just dropped it.
14.
Yay!
Okay,
It's
I
an
know where it is.
episode.
I'll get it in a second. I see it. It can't move unless I do something to it. Okay.
Clearly
14?
somebody who does not have a pet in
Yeah.
the house.
And also loses things all by himself. Only has himself to blame. A relaxed, kind of lean, like a back step, and kind of a general affirmation. A this sounds lovely, and kind of steps a little closer and seems less guarded around you.
Okay.
Signs, I love dragon chess. I have heard tale of the dragon chess masters within this realm, and have always wanted to pit my elven mind against these mortals.
Yeah, I'm signing back. Oh, they have no idea what they're doing.
He kind of, when he goes, "Hey, Roa, isn't it time you had your dinner?" And he looks at Ashna and goes, "Watch this." And Roa like stops and then like checks his pulse and kind of nods. And you watch as he kind of sees that not really a lot of people are looking at him. He kind of casually loops an arm around Thylo and walks over to one side and engages in a little bit more conversation before he takes out this bag, and with this almost like an IV bag, long tube, and he sticks himself and starts working the bag. He assumes that you already know what's going on because you're an elf. That's his dinner. You can't eat. You can't take the muzzle off. It's very strange. Darky, good remembering. You have a point of inspiration.
Can I sign? Do you trust magic?
We are magical beings.
I'm assuming.
Aren't we?
What was that?
We are magical beings.
Yeah, well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast telepathic bond.
The muzzle, unfortunately, blocks it.
Got it. Lame.
He goes, "You truly are not from the Elven Wood, are you?"
No, sign back. My father taught me what he knows.
What? Who was your father?
Thranegar?
No look of recognition, but he goes, it was good of you to teach him of our ways, if not steep you in them, unfortunately. I am glad to see that this was passed on.
As am I, friend. And then my ghost dad is gonna bow. He's okay. He's with me.
You watch some vitality after a while kind of return to him, where he originally was this kind of thinner, pallid. He looks a little taller, a little more fleshed out, and seems a little more relaxed as he folds up his bag, tucks it all away, and puts it away. Anarian, what are you up to?
I have one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Just kind of towards the end of the conversation, asking like if we have any questions or require some sort of insight or help on our mission, is there a way that I can find or contact you again?
You can always reach out to the embassy. I am but a tool for my lord and master, Makuta.
Got it.
Anarian.
He's either mending stuff
Okay.
or I don't. Did Pod like go upstairs?
Pod has re-entered the room with Toria, which is a
Showed
T
up
name
with
I
the-
didn't come up with, by the way.
Came in with I'm sorry, with goblin half. What is she?
Halfling.
Halfling. I'm in the fallen ASMR form still. That's new.
Toria pulls on Pod's shirt. Who's that? About Anarian.
Oh. Yeah, that's my brother.
Damn.
I was thinking about. I was like, would Pod recognize this? And then I realized Pod has a 20 wisdom. So yes, Pod would like instantly pick up on this.
I'd climb him.
I mean, many people have tried.
Oh?
But I mean,
Have any succeeded?
listen, we're clerics, all right? It's just you gotta be.
Oh.
There's a limit. We gotta. Just go. I'm not gonna stop. Just go talk to him if you want to.
Yeah? I just might. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna feel it out.
Okay. Well, we have to talk to him anyway about the whole protection thing, and then also the other one over there next to the ghost. We gotta talk to them at some point, and then gotta talk to these other two over here. Well, I'll just introduce you to all of them.
Alright. I've remembered that I made a 7 last episode. So
Yeah.
I gotta move on down to my southern accent.
Alright. Oh, hello, Darian. We made it back.
Nari.
Who's this?
I don't remember her name.
Apologies. And she kind of does this over the top flourish. You can call me Toria. Toria Cantini. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. What brings you to this whole mess?
Well, your brother
What?
over here, he very much had things in control, but I dropped by to kind of help him out a little bit. There was some
Right, brought her and she wants to climb you, I guess. That's what she said.
steps on your foot.
Oh, well, that's. If you're into climbing, there are, I noticed, quite a few trees around the property that were quite nice. Maybe you should try one of those.
I just might. Thank you. Levy.
Yes. Yeah. I wanted to try something with Braylor before he tries to run off. Because I feel it coming.
Okay.
Bring in the Minotaur, Jeff.
No!
This whole episode is just going to be the flirting episode.
And two elves awkwardly
Oh.
not talking to each other except through sign language.
Yeah, flirting. That's what I said.
I thought you meant to shish kebab me again because I'm trying something. I'm like, please don't. That was a Brady thing. Levy doesn't get almost killed as often.
Oh, that Minotaur, yeah.
Yes, that Minotaur. You know what, Braylor? I have a suggestion.
I'm all ears.
I am pretty handy at making people look a little different. So here's my suggestion. We're all pretty tired from the big fight. So we're gonna need to be resting. This is my hometown.
Oh.
And during this time of season, when there's no guests, is when the real parties happen.
Really?
So my suggestion is you take off for the night. Make sure there's no further danger if you have to tell anyone anything. And I can disguise you and nobody will know who you are.
Roll persuasion.
Gonna be a 24, I think. +7 persuasion. Yeah, 24.
That sounds lovely.
Come on. You need a night off.
I really do. I'll take you up on that offer. I will have to bring Wineri in on it, or else he'll burn the whole area down looking for me. Sorry, that's insensitive
more
given
than-
the context.
He's more than them. I would imagine he'd be coming. All
I
right.
like it. Let me go put a few things in order. And he's smiling at the idea. Smiling at you. And I like this. Okay, yeah, sure. So before I forget, the Druid Circle, the Silver Bastion.
Yes.
From it's a bit embarrassing, but House Thorn technically has ties with the Silver Bastion. One of my very distant cousins, grand cousins? I don't know, it's very convoluted, but was tucked away at one of the monasteries that you find around here, and eloped. She kind of ran off with the Silver Bastion, and so if you see her, oh god, I can't believe I'm gonna say this out loud. Tell her Bray Bray says hi. Oh, it hurts. It hurts me.
Bray, Bray.
It hurts me, Levy. Do not, please. ever, at least in front
Oh,
of
that's
others.
so cute, though.
Yeah, listen, and he's just turning red. It would mean a lot to me that
And what's
she
your
knew,
cousin's name?
her name. I don't think she kept her name.
Oh,
She
Maybe a
used to be
description of
called-
her?
She used to be called May. Golden hair. Very cheerful, fiery. Did what she wanted above all else. So if just I'd love her dearly. Good bean. If you could pass that along. But the Silver Bastion themselves are not friendly to outsiders, and they tend to lean towards the cannibalistic. They're not safe by any means. They're incredibly
what
brutal.
exactly is there? Do they have like a group mission, or like are they just?
I believe they are unable to get back to the Fey Realm, and wants to make that everyone else's problem, essentially. There's been a bit of an understanding through May, and they kind of keep to themselves now. But there was a time where there were a bit of a problem, and we were able to tie things all together amicably through this eloping that we kind of made legitimate, if that makes sense.
Turned it to your advantage.
Indeed.
Yeah, make the best out of it. Do you
Yes.
want me to just tell her you said hi? Do you want me to tell her where you are currently in case she wants to see you, or what should I say and not say considering
She
her
knows
position?
where I am and where she can find me. I don't think she has any interest in leaving her circle. And I'm not sure I'm able to handle the thought of my sweet little cousin eating people. So it'd be best if I didn't have a new set of information to kind of overlap the sweet memories I do have.
Okay.
And you see a bit of pain in his eyes. But what we have now is working. And it might help
Then-
you. It might help you tread those waters as you pass by. In the event that something does happen. Because it seems like you're going through that area. Yeah.
Then yes, I will be sure to pass along the message.
Thank you.
Bray. And she
Oh
says that
my
and then
God.
like turns around and
All right.
walks back over to Eshna. Guess what?
What?
We get the night off.
Oh,
We're gonna
That's-
go have fun tonight.
I believe everyone certainly deserves that for sure.
And guess who's joining us?
Who did you invite? Who could you possibly have invited?
Braylord.
You know, it might actually be kind of fun to see him let loose a little bit.
Exactly. So we're going to get them gussied up so nobody will recognize them, and then we're just gonna go have some fun.
Well, perfect. I'm assuming Uniri is coming with.
Oh, of course.
Okay, that makes sense. Good. I'm glad to have the extra protection. Will be great.
Seems like a good opportunity to go to break. Chat will be right back.
Right back.
Right back.
We return. The party gathers themselves. Levy disguises Lord Braylor to. What is he disguised as? What's he look like?
Oh man, I didn't think
Dress
that far through.
Dress him like us.
Like us. What does that mean?
There's so many options.
Like in all
Generic
the
dude
like
A.
spatial, all the space stuff. Like if he was a
Oh!
male druid.
Yeah. Male druid from space, very like celestial with like she paints like stars on the clothes.
Okay,
And...
okay.
It's like, is this really realistic looking?
Yeah.
yeah. All right. The party with Wuniri and Lord Braylor in tow, as well as Toria, find themselves walking down back into the sleepy town of Middle Mist. Sleepy no more! For many of the nearby monasteries have made an appearance and are a bit confused initially because no violence happened and stuff like that. So the town of Middle Mist is a bit full, but unmarked, and everything Levy and Eshna looks as it should, if not a little packed in, as you make your way back into town. Are we going for the inn?
I think we need to go talk to Ani first, real quick. Like, others can go if they want, but
Yeah.
she wanted us to leave town. So
Oh yeah.
I think we need to let her know that we didn't, but the danger is gone.
Okay. Heading into the town hall, you find a very stressed out Ani, who is flanked with a retinue of monastery leaders, and it looks like they're all in intense discussions as the party kind of makes their way up the stairs.
Ani, you here?
Well, I certainly hope you have good news.
Great news! I'm alive.
Levy's alive and the threat has been dealt with. We are in the clear.
That is good news. Goodness. Lord Child, you caused me such headaches. And she comes over and gives you a big hug. I'm glad you're all right. And she more gently hugs Eshna.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And then she does a double take and looks at Toria and goes, "What are you doing back here?" and Toria goes, "I was invited back." Looks at Levy. Looks at Eshna. Lands on Anarian. You keep an eye on this one. She got sticky fingers.
Just looks down and glares at her. Like, sticky fingers, really?
Pretty as a button.
Levy also looks at her and is like, "You and me gotta talk. Like, let's talk strategy."
And who's your friends? Wuniri, in plain clothes, and a very impressively druidic looking individual. Wuniri goes, "I'm Tom.
Yes,
this here
this
is Bomba."
Gosh.
Tuniri and Traylor.
Okay, I actually rolled really high with the deception check. Thank God.
Oh,
So this is Trey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, allow me to introduce, and she goes down the line introducing these various monastic leaders, all in very straight back, very well-to-do, very poised stances, who all kind of nod and turn, except one who's got his feet up on the table and is insanely drunk. And he's all like, "Nice to meet all of you. I am glad to hear that the problems have passed and we can continue with our..." It looks around at the rest of the leaders. "Enlightenment and meditations." And they all kind of roll their eyes.
Yeah, that seems to be going great for you. You look very.
I am
Enlightened.
transcended. I
Uh,
am sure.
well, we're the drunken master over there.
He gets it. Who are you, my friend?
Hi, I'm Pod.
Hello, Pod. Apologies. He kind of takes a second glance at you. What are your pronouns?
Oh, just really any of them. Just
Nice.
it really doesn't matter.
That one's got
Aye.
it figured out. All right, I'm off then. Let's swing by the tavern. Oh, glad to hear all is well. Bye bye. And the rest of them kind of go on to like bow
I
and converse and shake hands with everyone before they all begin heading back to their monasteries.
Levy was pretty quick to be like, yes, goodbye, and like kind of grabs Braylor and goes, he has the right idea. We follow him.
yeah.
All right.
Ashna is also like, I highly suggest everyone let's lose a little bit of steam to relieve the stress that we've been put through today as well.
Okay. But you
Watching
enter.
You
music.
guys have a library?
No.
You guys enter a tavern, and Thylo, there is a small reading area, with a few books on a few shelves by the fire.
I'm gonna go, before I go to the thing, I'm gonna look at Anarian. I'm gonna say, do you still have the tattoo stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what I can find out about that.
I reach into my bag and pull out some bottles of ink and whatever contraption is used to make tattoos in this world, which is like a super sturdy magical quill or whatever.
What?
Cool,
You're not
thanks.
gonna join us?
There's books.
You can probably check one out and then join us.
We'll see. I'm just gonna slowly back away.
I'll bring you a bottle of wine.
All right. The party enters the tavern, unnamed, very small. High roof, warm room, hearth by the hearth with a couple of overstuffed chairs, many tables, a couple of dice, dragon chess sets off in one corner. There's a back room that's kind of dimly lit, but this room in the front is the kind of feast hall, if you will, which is very well lit. Multiple chandeliers overhead of antlers and the like. And in a Yuan Ti, or a Wan Tai, I forget what it's called, the barkeep, whom Levy and Eshna would remember, polishing his glass, moving quickly about as the place is a bit packed. It looks like a few of the monks might be playing hooky. Some of the younger ones. You can see a few people who are in plain clothes, but very straight-backed by nature, and very much trying not to draw any attention, as well as a few of the other members. You also run into Seven, who is overjoyed to see you all again. And the party finds themselves ordering drinks. What are we getting?
You can't kick me out this time. I'm old enough to be here.
It's true, she is now. I'm going to quickly cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go, it seems you're a bit busy. If you don't mind, I'll help out a little bit. But the first thing my Unseen Servant does is make me my own
Sure,
drink
sure.
that's like layers of tons of different alcohol. Okay.
Bowie, very, very busy with what he's doing, recognizes the two of you, sees the drink being made. It is good to see you again, Eshna. Welcome back. And you finally grew up. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm getting old. Come here. Gives you a hug.
Give him the hug.
And of
Now,
course,
will you finally make me that drink you always told me about?
Oh no, I will make you a real drink. Please, no,
What's
don't
it?
make me drink. Make me bring that one in.
Fine.
Drinks
And
are
the
made.
same thing, something special for all of my friends. They're all with us, and she points them out.
Welcome.
Go down the line, introducing everybody, and then Thilo is in the tavern, just in the book corner, right?
Yeah, by the hearth, there's a couple of
Okay.
books on the shelves. There's Thilo, there's not a lot to be had here. Roll an investigation.
Good one.
Learning is Thylo's vice. Yeah. That's good.
17.
17. I'm gonna sneeze. Please.
Bless you.
Sarah?
Thank you. Ow. Check for brains.
Bless you.
Okay. 17. You don't find anything of magical tattoos or anything like that, unfortunately. You do find a few compendiums of the local terrain. You do actually find mention of an individual. It's more of a fairy tale. You don't know if this is fictitious or not. Of the Silver Road. You begin diving into that.
Read that. I'm also casting just identify on the tattoo stuff.
Sure. These are the components needed for spell crafting certain magical tattoos, but you need to find a magical tattooist who will be able to wield such craft to gain any benefits from these magical inks that you have on your person.
Got it.
The silver path is often broken. It weaves back and forth. Often lost, often woken, and the last bit's a bit muddied out. Go ahead and try to, with what you have on you, restore this book. You are very learned, and bookkeeping and book caring is one of the first things a scriv would learn. To pull a term from Patrick Rothfuss. As well as all sorts of strange bugs that do enjoy paper. So go ahead and I want to make this a toolkit of some kind.
Roll with proficiency.
Yeah.
I have cartographer's tool. I have all of the tools with me in the bag.
Right.
The bag of holding.
Right. Go ahead and make a.
I think cartographers maybe.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Do that.
D20 plus 5, 24.
24. Okay. You begin the process of restoring this book. And I'll have more information when you finish that.
Go ahead.
The party finds themselves in one of these tables, just relaxing, getting a drink. At one point, with you is Toria and Seven. At one point, this younger boy kind of comes up and goes, "Hey, how's it going? To understand that you're like heroes or something. That's cool. What can I get you?"
Can I have about however many pieces are on one of the dragon chess board? That many of shots.
Yeah, right away. Any kind of particular drink that you would like that in?
Anybody have a preference? Whoever plays me at that game of chess is gonna have to drink it, so.
I definitely vote not it.
Looks at Braylor. Come on.
Oh.
Come on, let loose. It's Ray. What's your drink of choice?
Whiskey.
No, I'm just kidding.
We're not gonna start light. No. All right, whiskey. All right, I'll have that right up. Thank you. And he scampers away. The music didn't loop. How dare!
You should know, Braylor, I beat an expert at this game, so.
Did you?
I did. Anybody could tell you that.
He looks around at literally everybody else.
I wasn't there.
Are we all together here, or are we? Okay.
Except for Thylo, who's in the room but off to the side.
I'm reading books.
No, yeah. Somehow she pulls it off. I don't know quite exactly what happened.
What have I gotten myself into? Thankfully,
Fun.
It's fine.
I'm decent at dragon chess.
All right, I might learn a thing or two then.
Come on, let's go. He kind of gestures. He kind of gestures over. It's for the shots to be brought to one of the dragon chess sets, and he starts moving the pieces and putting the shots down. All right.
As they walk away, I tap Levy on the back. I'm like, Amor will be with you. Good luck, and cast guidance.
Nice.
Philo, you sure you don't want to get in on this? We're playing your favorite game.
Books. I have books.
Dragon chess and fun.
I'll say my ghost watch, which is like floats over to watch the game.
I mean, that's about as close as we're gonna get to him being over here, so I'll take it.
Okay. That leaves Eshna, Pod, and Winiri at the table as Levy and Braylor approach the chess set. Let's make intelligence checks as the two of you begin playing dragon chess with shot glasses.
We're making some con saves here soon.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. 15. What? Huh?
19.
Oh
1
my
9.
god. All right.
Oh wait, I didn't do my guidance.
You might want to hold on to it.
Okay. I didn't roll that. It didn't happen. If we're saying it did happen, though, it's a dirty 20.
Are we or aren't we?
No. Didn't happen. I don't know what
Alright.
you're talking about. What are we
Alright.
talking about?
You handedly beat him at Dragon Chess. He goes, all right, well, I was just getting warmed up.
Mm.
Oh, goodness. All right. This will be fine. I'm making a con save.
Yeah. Please tell me he got a nat one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he goes,
He
We're
hasn't
going
let
again.
loose in a
we're
while.
going again. I'm all warmed up now. I'm all warmed up. He's too loud.
You sure about that?
All
You sure?
right. Yeah. We got
I'm
this.
gonna talk into the mind of our lovely bartender, and I'll be like, please give them whatever looks like alcohol, but is not.
I'm fine.
You're not there.
I know, but still.
Specifically for the celestial one.
Roll persuasion. Because there is money to be made here.
Still pay.
He still
the
gets the
amount.
same
Oh,
amount.
It's the
sure.
same money.
Big bet. That's
In
fine
fact,
then.
yeah.
You're gonna pay him
He's-
for
he's
water
gonna-
when you're paying
yeah.
for liquor. Yeah, he's all
It
in.
needs to be convincing, bartender, sir.
At your disposal.
Make sure they don't notice, or you owe me double.
Of course not. I put a bit in, just a drop each, to enhance the flavor.
Smart man. Snake.
Comes back over with the various shots. He looks to Levy and goes, all the way in. You impress me. And he walks away.
There you go. You sure you want to do this? As she's setting him up.
Absolutely. I've got this.
You sure? Okay, you got this. Yeah, I believe you. 100%.
Now, you're making
That's true.
assumptions.
Real quick. You mix the pieces up there. Just sweep those real quick. Just the rook goes there on the outside.
Thank you. Okay, all right.
I'm also gonna pop over to Thylo's mind real quick. I'm gonna be like, "You've impressed me lately. Are you sure you're comfortable with what's going on over there at the chess table?"
I'm just gonna lift the book up over my head as if to show you I am still reading a book.
Very well. Thylo goes
right.
down many points in Eshta's mind. She believes Levy is far more important than a book.
Rolling again.
Yeah, we'll get there. You two begin playing again. Pod.
Pod is eating one of their cheese sticks and has been mostly spacing out throughout this. Just still in the fallen ASMR form,
Sure.
just cruising. That's
Toria
what's been going on.
looks at Anarian and goes at Pod, and then leans forward. Are you all right? Are you all right?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
A lot,
are you all right?
happened. Keep forgetting she's Southern. A lot happened. Seems like you're kind of disassociating a bit. You should stay in the present. Have a drink. You're amongst your friends. You've won. You're victorious.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yes.
Pushes a bottle towards you. You need to cut loose a little bit, I think.
Hey, thank
Back
you.
me up here,
thank-
Narian.
Nariel kind of wander back fully from the chess table. If you're comfortable, you don't need to drink if you don't want to.
It's always true.
You have no help here.
I have my siblings' best interests in mind, and I like to think I know them quite well.
It's okay. She helped me earlier today. Oh yeah, I didn't tell anyone, did I?
We've kind of just been waiting for you to feel comfortable. You know we're here whenever you need us.
Yeah. So the problem with task has been dealt with. Our plan worked. That's right, but our task is also dead.
What?
Oh,
Pod has.
I wondered why he didn't make an appearance at the house. What exactly did you do?
I just wanted to have a talk and resolve some things. And so I did.
Well, I know at one point he was your friend, and that couldn't have been easy. But I am glad he won't be chasing after you anymore.
Nope.
Are you all right?
It was a close fight. It was
Emma,
looking kind of rough for a bit there.
Are you hurt? Do you need healing?
I could probably use some healing, but I'd be like some sleep will also heal the wounds. It'll be all right. I could always. I have a little bit of magic left. I could always just pat myself down.
Don't be ridiculous. Where do you hurt the most?
Mostly in my ribs There's a couple stabs.
I'm standing around the house for how long? You didn't mention this? Come here.
Oh, was that like? Was it 34 HP left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a rough fight.
And that was after the heals. So, like, yeah, Pod was at I think 12 HP at one point.
Would you say Pod is in some shock? Or is he or are
Pod
they
is-
just kind of
Pod is
numb?
definitely in shock of because of what happened, but
Sure.
just in general, like this is obvious signs of like Pod's killed before, and it's not bothered them. It shouldn't. It shouldn't bother them now. But for some reason this kill has taken effect.
Look, it's going to take me some time to think about this. Maybe, all right, maybe this wasn't. This isn't always. This isn't. We're all having fun tonight. Maybe we should just worry about having fun,
And
then
if we
can.
help you out, then we can all get back to having more fun.
Don't
I'm sorry.
stress them or
I'm
push.
sorry. I'll go grab a drink. She picks a few pockets on her way.
Anarian kind of grabs Pod's hand and then lays another hand on their ribs and gives 14 HP
Thank you.
and then another 13 HP.
Yum. All right. Yeah, Pod feels significantly better. Just kind of breathes a little bit, a little sturdier this time.
Look, you take as much time as you need to process. You know that we're all here if you need us. I'm just glad you're all right.
Okay. I need to know what we're doing.
And Pod will glance over at Eshin at this point.
I thought we were in a rush to go to this gin, and here we are partying and taking our time. And also, I also thought that killing was bad, and yet I saw you kill this other person, this god the other day, and I don't really know what is supposed to be right anymore, because you get mad at me when I do things sometimes, and then sometimes I turn around and then other people are doing the same thing, but it's fine, and I don't know if I should have killed Task or not, because Task was gonna kill you guys, and I had to deal with that. But you know, the kid at the church like a week or two ago was gonna do the same thing, but that was a bad thing when I killed them, and I'm really struggling to understand. But I want to, because there's not a lot of people I care about, and I care about you guys. So like, you guys are good people, and I'm not really a good person. So just trying to be better. If you could just tell me what is I supposed to be feeling right now, that'd be really great.
Nobody can tell you what you're supposed to be feeling, but we can tell you that we're here for you to get through whatever you are feeling. I
No.
understand.
No, the church always tells me what it is I'm supposed to be doing, and how I feel about it. And right now, I've just kind of just threw my church out the window for a lot of different reasons. So like, I need some kind of different support structure here.
The easiest way to put it is you did what was right. The difference between killing Task and killing the child is Task knows what he was doing was wrong, and he knows that what he is doing is to hurt other people. When it comes to the intentions of what someone does, that is what makes them good or bad. That is what makes them if you are okay to kill them or not. A child who has been used by the church and told what to do, not knowing that it's going to hurt somebody, I would consider an innocent life. Do their actions lead to one of us getting hurt? Yes, they would have. But the child wasn't doing it with that intention. They were just doing it with the intention to do what they were told. Tusk, however, had all of the evil intention, the intention to hurt us, to hurt you, to hurt other people, to do bad things. So that's where the difference is, and it takes getting to know your enemies, why they are doing what they are doing, to understand if they are truly somebody that is worth our wrath, or if they are somebody worth our forgiveness or understanding. The world is very much so not black and white. As much as we want it to be, there is a lot of gray. But the more you know about somebody, the better informed your decisions can be. And I know you are a good person, Pod. You do everything with good intentions. With the intentions of protecting your friends that you care about, that you've learned to know are also good people and worth your protection. That's what should be guiding how you feel. Do you feel like you did good protecting us?
I feel like I've always tried to do good with all of the actions I've done.
Do you see any of us feeling bad about a bad person being removed from this world? Someone that was hurting many people? Or do you see us partying?
Well, I think the problem with that is that I didn't really see Task as that bad of a guy. I think he was just doing what he thought was right, and what the church thought was right. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm the one that put him in that position. I broke the rules, and I put him there. I got him in trouble.
Well, Task wasn't working from orders of the church. He was excommunicated from the church. That's why he was with the hypocrites.
Well, that's what I mean. Beforehand, that he was working for the church, and he was doing everything that he thought was good. And then I'm the one that came in and ruined his life. And I did it on purpose. I intentionally meant to hurt him in order to protect other people.
Well, that was a choice that you made. But that doesn't make you responsible for the choices that he then made. And he chose to go with the hypocrites and send people after us. They put both of us in a box, magical boxes. They banished Lavina to who knows where. They had every intention of just capturing the two of us and killing the rest.
Yeah.
If Task truly wanted to sort things out, he would have approached it completely differently. And you are not responsible for those choices that he made.
S did try to manipulate the conversation we had with magic. I didn't like that.
So even under a truce, it was all lies. Don't carry the weight of his terrible choices. We make our own choices, good or ill, and we learn from them and we do better. His bad choices just led to his demise, and sometimes that's the consequence.
Yeah, the fallen ASMR form slowly begins to shift back into regular ASMR.
Oh, I'll try.
I know it's easier said than done, and Aaron will give them a hug.
Okay. Look, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. My job. I'm not gonna stop doing my job. So I need to know just how much Odyssey you guys really want when I do my job. Because it could get ugly sometimes. You guys want to know things ahead of time? Or do you want me to just do them and then I'll talk to you when I feel like I need to?
Take string.
The table goes,
This will decide my roleplay for the rest of the campaign.
Goodness. I think it's time for our second break.
While you guys are chewing on how to respond to that, Levy! Intelligence check of the dragon chest set. Okay.
I would like to help her.
Okay.
Invisible mage hand. And just as she's moving the pieces, there's just my hand slowly like nudging her hand left and right to put the pieces in the right spot.
It's the hand of Thylo.
Is Thylo just playing? Are we just gonna have Thylo roll instead?
I will give Levy advantage for
Performance?
Thylo's
Yeah, 'cause
self-action.
I'm still also reading.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like half brain is like I can't let this twerp beat Levy.
Got the guidance too.
Yeah, I did the guidance too. And I got a 19.
I also got a 19. The two play to a draw.
I didn't know that was possible.
Wow. I'm picking it up though. I'm getting back into it. Both of us need con saves. Because we are many shots in now. I'm
The
gonna say
second round
Braylor's
doesn't
gonna.
count.
If each piece
Braylor.
is a shot, oh my god.
It's water.
It's water with one drop.
You're right. Thank you for reminding me. I apologize. I got really into the.
I'm not
Levy.
watching. I'm not
Levy
watching a
might.
baby girl get super drunk with a man over chess. No, sir.
But Levy might, because if she had like the majority of her pieces from the last round, her pieces, right? Would she have to make some kind of, maybe with advantage, since then half of them are less?
Yeah,
I think it would
advantage.
just be like make the DC like
Yeah, yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
12.
Okay, you're good. You're good. You were
Okay.
in full control of your faculties. This stuff's tasting better and better. It's I am clearly inebriated. My goodness.
Okay,
Okay.
now we've done this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can go play other games because we're all relaxed.
I like it. Lead on.
Back to the table.
Kind of gets up a little shakily and returns to the party.
Levy's gonna take she's gonna ask for a glass of a nice, easy to drink wine that is probably gonna taste like, she wants something that tastes like the one they had before that Thylo liked. What didn't we have, like a wine or
Potato.
something? Yeah.
It just tasted like potato.
Potato.
Oh yeah.
So she's gonna try and find a wine like that. And
Your worst wine.
Yeah.
but she'll describe it like that, and whatever she can get, she's going to go and put with Thylo and just like gently pat his shoulder as thanks, and then go back. Not like interrupting, but acknowledging. Because it would have been very bad.
Thylo, you note it. Any response or reaction?
Bright red.
Okay. And it's that little bit of distraction that kind of loosens up your mind a little bit to look at this in a fresh face, and you do manage to decipher the last phrase, once upon the path, north. And you don't know if it's once upon the path, comma, north, or once upon the path north.
Got it.
All right, and the rest of the party kind of all congeals back together. Wuniri comes back from the bar with a big pitcher of sparkling mead, and he goes,
Yum.
"Now we drink like kings," and starts pouring the lighter drink for everybody.
Ashna and Anarian are still.
A toast. Who would like to
Levy's
give the
now gonna
toast?
Go link with Pod.
If no one gives the toast, I will. And you don't want that. I'm terrible at it.
Oh, I think we have to hear it now.
Oh,
What?
please, spare me.
You want toast? I can make toast.
Lord Praylor, the inebriated, goes, I mean,
You want toast, don't you?
I mean, now I want toast.
Put some jam on it.
It's real easy.
Whenever kind of. Oh, go ahead.
I think Braylor should give the toast.
Oh,
Ooh, come on.
okay. All right. Takes it.
I'm sorry. What was the name? Bum or something?
Boomba.
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 Boomba should give
Ham
the toast.
and Boomba, which is
Boom,
in
boom.
no
Ham and
relation
Boomba.
to anyone in The Lion King whatsoever.
Crap. Damn it.
You've been caught.
You've been caught.
A happy accident, if I'm being honest. A happy accident. I was stuck on Tom Bombadil. He stands back and goes, "To the last king and his demise, and the fruition of house. House, name, king, and country." He takes it and he puts it back.
Takes what?
He drinks
Oh,
his
okay.
mead. He toasts and drinks.
And two friends.
What's that?
Friends
All
and
around.
allies.
Leads the extra. It's a bit lackluster, to be honest. Kind of expected more than that.
No. I feel like he would have a lot to say right now because he's like. Just
That's what I was
swaying
hoping for too.
Back and forth. Look at him go.
How long do you think before he falls over?
He's
Oh, Levy will catch him. He'll be fine.
pretty
Right,
toasted.
but it still counts. If she has to catch him, then he's still falling over. How long do you think?
Okay, I like put a silver on the table. Like I give it like as soon as he finishes that whole drink.
Levy puts one down too. What are we betting?
How long it'll take
Bomba.
Uber to fall over?
I give him. I'll be a little optimistic. I think he'll get through this one and half of the next.
Ooh.
Or if I can get him to start dancing before the end of this one. Let's see.
We gotta pick one. That's not how bets work.
I'll give it 6 seconds and then I message Thyla, can you mage hand him over, please?
Well, Levy's gonna grab his hand to
Hold on.
pull him to
Don't
go
be meta.
dance. No, that's what she was like. Let's
She was-
see, and she
Okay.
was on her
Pulling
way
him to
over.
Gotcha.
You said that.
Gotcha.
I want to see how this pans out.
Oh, she's going to force him to dance. He's going down immediately.
This is what
That
Thyla
was
like
the
tie
goal.
his bootlaces together during the dance.
Thylo, what's your reaction?
I'm very flustered by all of this. I don't know. They're just going to dance?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I wouldn't win a bet.
Yeah. I'm just ever so casually just like bumping his ankles with my mage hand every
Sure
few
thing.
steps.
Okay. I make a performance check. Levy makes a performance check. I'm at disadvantage.
Just imagine Levy herself just throwing him down.
I'll have you know.
Oh my gosh, that would be.
Yeah, dips the Lord Braylor
See,
of the
I told
bridge.
you.
Drops him. I'll have you know, he says very drunkenly, I have taken lessons. I am quite proficient at most subgenres of dances within the gentry. I will do my best because I don't know this one. Here we go.
I rolled a 15 plus 7, so 22.
Circles you dance around this man who
He's the
rolls
dancer.
Yeah.
who at first starts strong and then due to Thylo
Oh, I have advantage on that.
fails entirely with a 4. And soon he's dancing, other people are dancing a little bit, bumps into someone, and as he turns to apologize, he goes right over.
Can I try and catch him or make it seem like Levy was the one who fell
You can try.
to spare
It's been a
embarrassment?
dip.
Yeah. You can try to catch him in a dip. Roll a sleight of hand.
That's solid. Okay. That's 19.
19. You catch him. You catch him and you bring him right down to the ground.
Down and then like as smoothly as possible so not to make him dizzy or get sick. Back up.
Wide-eyed, and right down at the bottom, he's just wide-eyed, blushing furiously as you bring him back up, and he's just.
You took all those lessons, remember?
This has been a really fun night, Levy. I'm glad we're doing this. And also,
I'm
thank
glad you agreed. You're welcome.
Winiri, who has been by the bar, refilling some things, he goes, "Saw that. I saw it."
No, you didn't, because I believe you were about to ask somebody else if they wanted to dance. Giving him like a look as
He
in
looks at
ask
Eshna and
us
goes,
Eshna to dance.
I don't
Eshna's
dance.
passing the coin over to Pod.
Yeah, just 6 seconds exactly. How'd you know?
He finishes his drink, looks at Eshna and goes, "I don't dance, but I would make an exception for you."
I love to dance, so
Puts a hand out.
gingerly takes it.
Let's get that performance check. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He didn't get the same lessons,
And he
did
doesn't
he?
doesn't have any dexterity because he is a battle master. He is a strong boy.
That's okay. I take the lead with the 22.
Okay. Then I will roll again with the action that you are essentially.
I'll guidance him as well.
Okay. That's a D4, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We turned a 4 into a 10, and that is passable.
It's okay. At least you're good at doing what you're told.
Time for a break. Chat, will be right back. And we're back. Okay. The dancing finishes up. Winiri, kind of flummoxed, kind of trying to keep composure, is significantly more sober than the Lord Braylor Thorn, who is just vibing. He's gotten to that point of drunk where he's just kind of chilling, you know, and just kind of sitting in the moment, enjoying not being pandered to and the freedom that he used to experience before he was a lord. Good vibes all around. Myself, I'm a little worried about Pod. But as
How's
we get
Pod?
into the later evening, what do we do?
Levy is going to grab some waters,
Okay.
and linking arms with Braylor to also make sure stable. Look at, I say his name wrong every time. Wooniri,
Wooniri. Mhm.
and be like, "We're gonna get some fresh air," and like, just let him know before taking Braylor out and encouraging water.
Wooniri gestures, and kind of looks to Anarian. Wooniri goes, "So, feel like a lot's happened since I've seen a lot of you. Did you ever make it to Cairn?
We did, yeah.
Well, I hope you dodged all of the intensities. There was a lot was heard about everything that transpired over there. I hope to the gods that a lot of you made it out all right, or maybe avoided it completely.
We definitely did less avoiding it and a lot more being really involved with it.
In the thick of it, then. Goodness.
Like really, really into it. Like really into it.
I'm sure you've got a lot of great
Yes.
war stories then, a lot of battles, eh?
That
Anything
was
interesting?
I think so. Esther, I think it's supposed to be dead, right? You're supposed to be dead.
You know, we had some run-ins. I had a building fall on top of me, but luckily it did not die.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I certainly understand the need for anonymity. Sometimes that's what's best.
Yeah.
Explains why you're in such a small little town tucked away. Trouble seems to still find you, though.
Well, that's why we just gotta keep on moving. Try and make sure we can outrun it as much as we can. Whatever seems to be coming at us next.
Or we just destroy the entire problem entirely by, blowing them all up.
You're damn right.
That works.
Thylo, you have exhausted all knowledge to be made and found in this tiny little bookshelf.
I wish you guys had more books.
We're over here playing D&D and Thylo's playing Skyrim.
That tracks.
Thylo just wants to go sit crisscross applesauce and pretend to go to sleep. He's exhausted and he doesn't like talking around Raylor.
7 takes a moment, and once he's relatively certain that he's not being noticed, kind of saunters over to Thylo and sits across and goes, well, I don't want to presume where your head's at, but I've been kind of keeping an eye on you ever since I had to run out there and get a hold of you. And I'm hoping to accompany a lot of you out into northwards. And I can't help but notice that you seem a little tense around this Bomba guy.
Oh! That! I'm
Listen,
just like a tense guy.
I've known Levy all my life. She's a fantastic individual. And so I can make a few conclusions that I don't feel like are too large a step. And she's very important to me. And I never thought I'd get to see her again. And so I cherish the little bit of time that I have. And you seem like a pretty powerful individual. Not that she needs any protection whatsoever.
No.
But I just want to let you know that if I find out that you've hurt her, I'll have to get real sneaky. And I'll have to get real creative. But I'm not going to let that stand.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But hypothetically, if I were to have known what it is that you originally intended to discuss with me, hypothetically speaking, of course, I then, in that particular world or realm, I would respond by saying, I mean, you don't have to worry about me. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Then we're of the same mind. And I also am suspicious of this
Hypothetically.
Bomba person kind of showing up out of nowhere.
See, okay, I'm glad it's not just
It's
me.
very odd. Well, just this random. I wasn't there. I was rounding up the monasteries.
I mean, technically, we did ask him to come, and so it's not like super weird that he's here. But like,
Yeah, but like he's kind of weird though, right? He's kind of
no, he's
really fit in. There's something odd going on here.
I don't like how he dresses or looks.
Yeah, he's got this weird smell.
And his name is stupid.
Stupid name. Come on, have a drink with me.
How old are you?
Don't worry about that.
I think he said he's
I'm
7. I don't know.
No. He was 7. He
Oh,
was
okay.
7. He's no longer 7. But he also isn't 100% sure of his own age anymore because of his journeys with the Silver Bastion. Come on, have a drink with me.
Fine.
To wind, water, and women.
Those are words.
Just mead. Just a nice, cool, refreshing drink. I like you. You're weird. But I like you.
I'm prestidigitating the mead.
Okay. His mead too?
Just mine.
Okay. I don't think it gets rid of the alcoholic content. I think it just changes
No,
the
but
flavor.
it does make it taste like honey.
Okay. All right. I'll leave you to it in your homework. He gives you an awkward clap on the shoulder and walks back to the... You really should loosen up.
Mm-hmm.
Ashna.
Ashna's gonna kind of wander up to the bar
Okay.
right after that and see Seven walk away and just be like, I don't know what you two were talking about, but I agree. I'm gonna lean over to the,
Kinda misses
to the
a step.
bartender. I'm gonna lean over to the bartender. What's his name again?
Bowie. Yes, love.
Hi, Bowie. So, you know how when I let loose a little bit, I like to let loose a lot of it.
I recall.
Yeah. I'm on empty right now. So, like, I was wondering if maybe I could grab while here.
Yeah,
Wink,
of
wink,
course,
nudge,
of course. Once I heard you were in town, I took a little trip into the woods.
Oh, I
Why
love
don't
you so much.
you step over here for me? And
Yeah.
the two of you step into a back room.
I just pat like Silo on his head, like the little hair that sticks up, pat it down like twice. I do the dang it. Go back over. Slightly tipsy, it bothers the mom and me so much.
You go to the back room, and surprisingly, there's a new billiards table, brand new. And he
Ooh.
takes a moment to be very proud of it before he slides the slate plate over to the side.
With the black felt, very classy, very classy.
Thank you. And he slides the plate across and goes, I don't know what you're into these days, so I kind of went a little crazy.
Oh,
But-
well, I don't crazy.
This pearl dust I've been keeping aside, and we also have various bits of strange meat that I've been procuring and... Oh, what's it mean? To marinate. I've been marinating myself with certain herbs that you find within the wilds around here. I believe for that. If you're going for, you know, you don't want to sleep anytime soon, then the pearl dust will keep you on your feet for a good while. But this jerky here will have much more of a calming effect. We've got uppers and we've got downers. What's your pick?
Oh, well, I like a nice medium, so I'll take them all.
All right, sounds good. I thought it might be that way.
Meh.
And for saving the town and what have you, I think that as a thank you for coming back around, we can just kind of leave this here for you. And he gives you a wink, clap on the shoulder, and walks out, leaving you with an assortment.
And stuff them in my bag. All right. She is happy camper. Just in her mind, being like, I wonder what the heck we can get Silo to make out of this jerky.
Okay. Where are we going first?
I think we need to go rest, right?
Oh, sorry,
No,
I meant with the
with
drugs.
the stuff. Yeah, what you got?
Are we going up or are we
Taking it
going
right
down?
now?
Which one's the vibe?
No. I mean,
You gotta wait.
I'll go over to Uniri and I'll be like, so, do we have any other plans for this evening? Should we get all of the kittens to rest soon, or are we planning a night on the town?
I believe this whole venture that was Levy's idea, but rest assured I'm at your disposal.
No. Good. I'm gonna wander out to find Levy.
Okay, yeah, Levy. Levy and Lord Braylor. You guys have a moment before she shows up, out in some fresh air.
So she's going to, there's probably a bench of some sort, and lead him there and be like, okay, now it's time to hydrate before round 2. So better hydrate up, because I won't always be there to catch you, Bray Bray.
Oh, that wounds me. I should not have told you that, he says,
I'm
but with a
so glad
smile.
you did.
And he drinks some water. I needed this.
I could tell.
It's been hard. It's been
What?
rough.
Do you want to rant about it? You don't have to give me details, but I'm kind of worried about you.
I'm kind
And
of worried about me
she's
too.
just resting her head on his shoulder as she also is drinking water.
He puts his head against yours. I'm kind of worried about me too, if I'm being honest. There's a new law. The reason, of course, that we built the bridge was so that I had no part in this, so that we could tax whatever ships were coming through. And he goes on to tell a kind of jarring story in his drunkenness about how there was a lot of pushback about the various other houses as well as foreign merchants trying to not have to sail all the way around the island of Pardon and do their usual route under the bridge. And there was an incident where somebody wouldn't pay up, and so they had to sink him. And he didn't want to, but he did, and it haunts him. I'm in control of, I believe it's 20 odd keeps, all fortified with brutal mortar, and I thought to myself, this will be great, this will be good for defense if House Toil ever builds a navy or something like that, but instead it's just business. That weighs on me.
I'm so sorry. I can't imagine having to make that kind of decision. But this is yours now, isn't it? Like, this is you to decide. You can change it if you want, or...
Yes, I still have to answer to other higher members of my house. I wouldn't have taken this position otherwise.
But you're smart. You can convince them.
It'd be like getting in the way of a rolling boulder. A boulder that has the colors of your name, of your house.
Well, I have never quite had that kind of community. So I can't say I fully understand how difficult that might be. But I do have experience having to disagree with people I care about when it comes to something I truly believe in. And it is hard. And you have to tread carefully, but when you truly believe in it, you just kind of have to do it. And those people will understand because they know you. They know your intentions and they know you're good.
And if I fail?
Then you get to come and have more fun with me.
All right. That sounds good. And he kind of puts his hand on top of your head. That sounds nice.
You really need to start scheduling downtime like once a day.
I'll pencil it in.
I'm going to tell Wuniri the same thing to make sure you do it.
I do worry
If the next
about
time I
Wuniri.
see you, if I see you like this again next time, I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to take you for more than a night. You're going to have to be gone for maybe a whole week.
Oh, Mother would throw a fit.
Exactly.
That'd be
See,
amazing.
you don't want mother. So you got to take care of yourself.
Okay, I'll do it for you. Ashton, you step in.
I'm just gonna kind of step out to where I see Levy and see the connection being made, and I'm just going to pop into her mind so it's not to interrupt. Hello, dear. How long are we expecting to be out tonight? Did you have any plans that you would have in mind for what's the name of the bartender again?
Bowie.
Bowie may have supplied me with some entertainment for the evening, depending on what you wish. I just did not know how hard we were partying.
It sounds like you have part 2 of the night ready to go. That sounds great to me. And I'm saying this back.
Yeah. Well, part 2 can go 2 different directions. Question is how late are you and Lord Boy there wanting to stay up with each other tonight?
I say we keep the night going.
Okay.
I'll check with him, but I think he'll be down. So maybe we get a few rooms, knowing these boys. Maybe we get a few rooms just to have a place to be, and then
I'll go look into the rooms. Feel free to continue, being cozy over there. No rush at all. Whenever you want to come in.
okay.
Ashna's gonna immediately go inside
Okay.
and go back to the bar, and hopefully Thylo is still there. And I'll be like, Thylo, Levy asked for you outside.
Oh God.
The pot.
Bowie, I would like some rooms, please.
Of course.
And Thylo, before you go, she asked if could you bring this to her for me? I'm just gonna slip him a little bit of the pearl dust.
Okay.
What is this?
It's some medicine that she needs to take before bed, so if you could get that to her, that would be lovely.
Okay. I guess. Did she say what she wanted me for?
No, I was just checking in on her real quick to make sure she was okay. She was just sitting outside.
Okay.
Thank you, Thylo. Do you want your own room, or do you want to share one with the brothers?
I just need a corner.
Okay.
He will not sleep on a corner of my floor. He will have a room.
Oh, I was
Okay,
just-
yeah.
just
I
gonna
mean,
put
I
the brothers.
sleep in a bed
Good.
like everyone else.
Good.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna scuttle out of the room
Okay.
outside.
All right, you step outside and see a intimate moment between Levy and Lord Braylor. You can see them quietly chuckling and emotionally leaning on each other.
Just gonna walk up and take the bag and drop it into Levy's lap and go, "Hey, Eshna gave this to me to give to you as medicine or something. Did you? She said you wanted to talk to me, I guess."
It's very clear for like a second. Levy has no clue what Philo's referring to, and then just goes, "Okay, Eshna's scheming. Pivot." And she goes, "Yes, I wanted to see if your reading was worthwhile."
Actually, yeah, the books were very interesting. There were some good stories in there, and I mean, there was one book that was like about a child, and it was very clearly a kid's book, but I just had to read everything because there wasn't really much to read in there. So I was just I might as well just read all the books I had. So I only like 30 or 40 of them. So one of them was like a kid's book, and it had this little girl, and she loves to dance. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun because Levy loves to dance. So I was like picturing that you were like the main character this whole time in the storybook. Anyway, the whole town died. It really wasn't like a great book, but like for the first part of it, I was like, this is a fun little read. I should tell Levy about it. And then now I'm remembering that I finished the book, and I was like, I shouldn't tell Levy about that because everyone died in it. But like, I guess it's a little too late for that. Oh, I also found some good poetry that I think might help out in our adventures in the poetry and I look over at Braylor in the poetry competition where we have to find the best poem.
Roll deception.
Right. At advantage, right? Because
Roll deception.
I
Boyo
have
is
advantage on
drunk.
deception.
I think he's already got advantage.
Yeah. Okay, well that's a nat 1, and
Oh, gosh.
that is a nat 20. Look at that!
Oh, wow.
Poetry, you say?
Yes.
I love poetry. A competition.
Yeah, it's not like your normal competition though. Like you imagine like a normal poetry competition would be like you have to present your poem and then maybe it's against other poems. This is like go out and find the best poem.
A questing poetry competition.
Yes, that's what we're doing. It's a normal thing.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Tyler.
As Thyla was talking about everything that he learned, Levy just like gently guided him to sit down because she's like, okay, we're gonna be here a minute. Like just sit. And as everything's going on and with the poetry, she's like, and goes, this is part 2 of the night, and hands Braylor some, only if you want to.
Is this
Eshna knows how to
girl
have
does?
a very good time.
Oh.
Oh. You don't have
I've-
to.
Looks for Winnery.
Oh, he's gonna
That's-
hate me.
At the same time, he like looks through the window and sees Eshna handing a piece of the like downer meat to Uniri.
who is like, oh, and starts looking for Lord Braylor. They lock eyes.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, they
doing
lock,
this.
they lock eyes, and they're like, okay.
We're worlds apart, but I understand.
Going in opposite directions very quickly.
Posture check and 2 hail hydrates, everybody.
I did my hell hydrate. I'm out of the hydrate, but I did it.
I did it as well, but I will do it again regardless.
And Pod is about to make an intentional mistake.
Also offering some to Philo. Are you wanting to partake?
I thought this was medicine for you.
It's
No way.
Pearl dust.
medicine for some people. Very small amounts of it.
You're
We'll
again.
just say you handed some to Thylo casually while he was in the middle of explaining something that didn't exist, and he just did not think about it. And
Okay.
How much? How much did you hand him?
I probably split it into thirds, so
Okay.
whatever was given.
A safe amount.
Safe amount. Safe amount. I didn't give Levy the full
Right,
amount
right,
of what
right.
I was given.
Right,
The whole
right.
stock
So,
that was
okay,
in the
so
back is in
we
Levy's
jumped down
hands.
we
no.
jumped down to something that won't kill Thylo. Okay, Thylo.
or Braylor, because that would
Yeah.
be very, very bad.
Thylo, make a con save.
oh, I'm great at these.
Oh boy!
That's a 7.
Oh boy! Okay, Thylo, you are convinced that if you tried hard enough, you could get all the things done now. All of it. All the things. And oh god. You feel very capable. You feel incredibly capable of pretty much anything.
Okay, so my quill just poops into my hand. My hawk comes out of the portal dimension and just flies off. And then my ghost goes back into the book room, the
Okay.
library corner, and I just start writing everything down. And I'm like, okay, Bamba, do you know any good poems off the top of your head? I'm particularly intrigued by like traveling ones, like two paths diverged in a yellow wood, and one was of silver and one was of wood.
I've got 3. I've got one in the pocket that involves 3 beings that are within animosity of each other.
Yeah, I love animosity.
Would you like to hear it?
Absolutely. my left eye starts trailing off to the side.
Song of the Powers by David Mason. Here we go. Mine, said the stone. He stands up and presents himself. Mine, said the stone. Mine is the hour. I crush the scissors. Such is my power. Stronger than wishes, my power alone. He pauses. Mine, said the paper. Mine, all the words that smother the stone with imagined birds, reams of them flown from the mind of the shaper. Mine, said the scissors, and at this point he looks ridiculous. Mine, all the knives, gashing through paper's ethereal lies. Nothing so proper as tattering wishes. And then he gets very, very serious. As stone crushes scissors, as paper snuffs stone, and scissors cut paper, all end alone. So heap up your paper and scissor your wishes, and uproot the stone from the top of the hill. They all end alone, as you will. You will. And he takes a very big bow.
Wow.
It's been a minute since I've recited.
Have you heard the one about the Silver Road?
I don't think I have.
Levy starts cheering as soon as it was done, but like late by like a second because she was making sure Braylor was actually done.
Well, the Silver Road, it goes like the silver path is often broken. It weaves back and forth, often lost, often broken. And I can't quite remember the last, but something about once upon the path north or once upon the the North Path, maybe. Can't quite remember exactly how that poem ends.
It's always good to have one in the pocket for moments like this.
I don't have any poems.
Oh, that's all right.
So you don't know it.
You
don't know
whooped
how
us
it
in
ends either.
chess. I
You have-
don't.
Levy, you have one poem.
Oh
Damn
no.
poem.
Oh no.
And
Feel
I
it.
don't have it pulled up though.
Here, I'll
Do you
do
have it? Yes.
While you're pulling it up, is there anything Pod and Narian would like to be doing?
Just sighs.
Okay, so
Oh God.
Yep, I was waiting for this. I
Oh,
don't know
hang
what's
on,
happening,
Narian.
but
Are you doing all this?
we need to backtrack just a little bit
Okay.
to shortly after Pod feels better.
Okay.
There is a little bit of anxiety still, but the thing that makes Pod feel great is cooking.
Oh,
So Pod wants to go into the back and start cooking some stuff for all the people.
Okay. Quick persuasion check for Bowie.
So yeah.
It's not hard. It's necessary.
Guidance.
Oh yeah. I've got guidance too. Yeah. All right. Well, that kind of helps. What was it? You said persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
13
Okay,
persuasion.
yeah. Okay, you get access to the kitchens.
Show him the handy spice pouch that I
Oh,
have. The Heward spice pouch.
but
Like,
I
I've got this. I know what I'm doing. I want to make a brilliant soup.
to see what you do.
I'll just find some ingredients in the back. It'll be fine. I'll make it work. It'll be fine.
During this time, Bod then watches Eshna leave
Okay.
from one of the back rooms. Checks out what was going on. Finds some delicious ingredients.
Okay.
I rolled this preemptively. I rolled the medicine check and got a nat 1.
Oh.
So Pod sees these brilliant ingredients and goes, "This will go perfect in the soup."
it would be so high.
But I will roll again to see how delicious I make the soup.
This is gonna be the best party of the year.
We're all gonna OD and die.
I'm not sad. I'm not sad about this.
We didn't
I'll
TPK
be
from
fine.
some giant
The Lord
BBG.
Braylor. He was
It's
just.
with soup, so like we're hydrating at the same time.
It's
Is that
fine.
all it takes to not OD is hydration? Okay, cool.
What happened to Lord Braylor? I don't know, man. He just snapped, went off, just flew off, and never came back.
So a 19 on the cook's check to make this soup.
Okay. It's quite a good
There
soup.
you go.
Where's the 1 come in? If you rolled a 19.
And that one was to identify that the
What it
ingredients
was.
were drugs.
Right. Okay. So you're spiking the punch.
but they weren't. They were ingredients, spices, if you will.
I definitely, yeah. And Pod will probably be the first to try it.
Nice
Gosh,
earthy
I
flavor.
imagine Pod just like putting a little bit in and be like, doesn't taste any different. Why does it taste any different? And puts like a cold.
Oh,
This spice is weird.
Oh my god. All right.
I like to think that also while Pod is gone, Eshna has like eventually offered both things to Anarian as well.
I don't know. What's it do?
Well, this one makes you really excited and really like energized and just ready to do whatever you need to do, and this one just chills you out.
Kind of a muscle relaxer.
Yeah,
Times 10.
I'm taking this one. And she
You're
says
gonna
that
sleep
she puts
good.
She puts her like legs up onto Uniri's like lap, and I go, massage, please.
course, my lady.
You know what? It's been a day. It's been a lot of days.
Yes.
And over the whatever makes you relax, I guess.
I won't attack you this time.
Thank you. I won't put you to
When he
sleep.
pauses, keeps going.
Anarian, the last time we did stuff together, I had a bad trip, let's say.
Yeah.
All right.
I murdered a child.
You ingest.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You ingest the. You ingest the relaxants, and you feel. Your memory's not great now. That's kind of a big thing. Is from here on out, if you take a lot of it, you're not gonna remember the events. But you do feel just like a happy kind of goop. You know, you're kind of puddly. You're just kind of relaxed. And slowly the rest of the inn also starts feeling quite relaxed. The bartender doesn't immediately notice these things. Let's cut over to Levy and her poem, though.
Like she said, I don't have a poem. like just immediately was like, oh, I got a poem. So she's going to perform it. So she's going to dance
Okay.
as she says it. But please correct me if I say anything wrong, but I think I got it. Ta light, tea bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. That always may your love be shining bright, just like that first star I see tonight. Ta give, tea shine, makes our whole world seem fine. She can do what stars do, all the rest is up to you. Never let peace out of sight, just like that first star I see tonight. As her bright and tiny spark lights the traveler in the dark, though I know not what you are, when the roaring storm is gone, when nothing rains upon, when you show your little light, Tati runs all through the night. And this is something that she has this memorized. She has this performance down pat. Like, this was her thing. And something she clearly cares a lot about.
I just imagine from like inside the bar, the like jewel that's on my forehead just starts to glow crazy bright. And I'm just like,
Whoops.
You got a light in your head.
Whoa.
does that sometimes.
Why
I
don't
start
you
doing
use-
like laser shows.
Why don't you use that whenever we're stuck in the dark? You got a flashlight, you got a candle on your head or something. Well, I don't know.
I
You got a torch.
just pick up a coin and I cast light on it and I hand it to Anari. Here you go.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
like
shiny.
this.
Thylo, while Levy is performing this, Braylor, you hear Lord Braylor make a sound of recognition. And he goes, at the end, he goes, "That was lovely. My mother used to sing me this one, or recite this one to me when I was younger.
Really?
I was just a pup, yeah."
It's one of Eshna and my favorites. My mom used to also read it to me.
I like this town. You said this is where you grew up.
Yes. Yes, I my house is actually just right over there. The lonely one up on the hill, but it was our little sanctuary.
I like that.
Levy is kind of like glancing to Thylo. Kind of in her head, she's trying to keep an eye on him, but also distractions. So occasionally she just is like, Thylo. Okay, he's good. So it looks like really random, but there's a thought process there.
We
Thylo?
haven't. We haven't met Braylor's mother, have we? Did Pod and Anarian, when they were in the...
No. But that would be sister. The
What?
woman who was over kind of keeping track of March.
Hmm.
That would be, I believe, sister. I'd have to check. But yes, there is a connection there. Mother's sister.
So, Braylor's aunt?
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh.
Thought you were saying Braylor's sister. I
No,
was like,
no,
wait,
no.
what?
Baylor's aunt. Because I'm from the
Aunt.
north.
That's
What
strong.
what other stories did your mom tell you when you were a kid? I love kids.
I
books.
remember a few about of a similar nature. She stopped telling those after a while.
What were they?
I can't say
I love
remember.
stories. Come on, try.
Make a history check at disadvantage. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't recall something about the big green mountain.
Immediately looks to Thylo. The Big Green Mountain. Do you know that one?
Storms.
Storms. She's just like repeating it as if Thylo can't hear. Storms.
Something about an eclipse. I remember an eclipse. A shadow from the moon passing over the land.
Does Levy know this one?
No.
Based on the given context? Okay. She looks at the pen and then the ghost because she's not sure which one does the controlling of the writing. Write that down so we can look it up later.
Would I have heard about this in any way?
No. Eclipses are incredibly rare. And they don't have any particular note or sway over mythos or lore.
What about the Big Green Mountain?
The Big Green Mountain is where Eshna is from.
So we're near the Big Green Mountain right now.
No. Not really. You're
This
pretty
is
south.
Levy's-
That's pretty north.
This is Levy's
Eshna.
hometown.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
But
You'll
the
have to
eclipse tugs
ask
at your
her.
mind. Oh, I can try. She's.
Is your mom scary?
My mom is very scary.
I was gonna say I want to meet her because she raised you so well, but I don't know if I want to meet a scary lady.
He looks you dead in the eyes and goes, I hope you never actually meet her.
Oh.
I say with all due respect, she is cold.
Oh. That's funny because you're so warm. Why is that?
As much as we are taught by our parents, we also learn what not to do sometimes. And some of that distant gaze comes back. Anyway. He goes, wow!
Snow raised me. And I still am learning on the what not to do. She's still always reminding me of what not to do, but
I think Eshna is a bit better of a role model. And to be fair, my mother is quite competent and successful and wonderful, but emotionally and maternally a bit frigid. I'll see if I can ask her about an eclipse. Is there anything else you
Like
guys
that
would like to
idea.
do with your evening? As part 2 of this night starts to pick up steam.
Sense does this at the window, looking at Eshna just doing this, knowing she'll understand.
What do you need, my dear?
I say we should play a giant game of hide and seek in the town.
No.
I think it's a great idea.
How about
I think it's a great idea. Goodbye.
no? How about
grabs
How about
Rayler
what?
and is sprinting.
immediately Ashna casts Flock of Familiars and does
Just all the birds out the tavern.
yeah, and just immediately but she's so chill. She doesn't even think about like the birds. It's just her 3 normal baby bears.
No.
Rayler,
Rayler, kill him! Kill him!
over each other.
They're so cute.
Kill him!
Oh.
One is like locking eyes on Thylo, the other on Levy, and the other on Raylor. And they're just trying to look intimidating, these little fluff balls.
Oh my god.
Do it! Do it!
Oh,
They're the ruiners of fun!
What's happening?
Levy wants to play hide and seek in the town, so I'm just keeping an eye on her.
How can you play hide and seek? I can barely move. Oh, I never want to move again.
Guys. Ashna. Darian.
Yeah?
Okay.
Hi, Pod.
Hi, Pops. What's up?
How
Everyone's
is
drunk
it?
and drugged.
How is it that the more I eat, the hungrier I get?
That doesn't make any sense.
I have
Try
created the
something
ultimate foods. I'm too good at cooking.
That's
Let me
that.
try. Let me try, Bo.
Food is wonderful.
Oh no.
Alright, you try this. I'm gonna go try this goo that Thylo gave me just recently.
What?
Oh.
Oh yeah. Okay, Pod. You step into the bathroom and you pull out this vial of black liquid.
Bathroom? No, I'm just doing it right here. I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
doing
my
it
bad, my
right
bad.
What kind of shot? What kind of shot is that?
I don't know.
It
Thylo
moves
gave
about.
I
it.
see it immediately
Right.
started with this.
Okay, shot,
Oh,
shot,
okay.
shot.
There we go.
Oh, it is vile and alive and moving, and it squirms all the way down into you as you attune with this ooze.
Oh, yeah.
Well, gross.
Also, yeah. All right.
Real
I
quick, we'll
love it.
go over the ooze. Kirsten's ooze. This opalescent symbiotic goo comes sealed in a jar that slowly shifts and moves as if endlessly exploring the interior. You are resistant to poison and acid damage. You're immune to the poison condition. As an action, you can speak a command word and cause your body to assume the amorphous qualities of an ooze. For the next minute, you, along with any equipment you're wearing or carrying, can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing. Once you use this property, it can't be used again until the next dawn. You have an acid breath attack. And when you die, the ooze takes over.
More transformations. Here
Well
we go.
timed.
Let us all wrap up the evening.
We
with...
gotta hill hydrate.
Oh, thank you very much, chat. Let us wrap up the evening. Hello, Mike. I hope you all had a fantastic raid or a fantastic stream. Thank you for the raid. Let us each go around the table and say what the rest of the evening looks like and the state of which you wake up in. We'll start with Thylo.
Thylo rereads every single book in the library again.
Pearl does.
And then he spends several hours tinkering with the arm blade and his metal arm, trying to see if he can figure out a way to attach those two things together. He then goes through all of his father's research notebooks again, organizing them and alphabetizing them. And then he tries to cobble a pair of boots before the dust wears off and he sinks down into an elven trance.
Okay. All right. Very good. Pod.
Pod is vibing.
Chillin'.
Pod has got some drugs in the system for the first time and is now contemplating how to make better jellies in the future.
Nice.
But I mean, whatever. I was just gonna have him eat, and then I remembered the goo and was like, all right, we're doing this. So
What's
Okay.
the morning
play
state?
with that.
Yeah, what's-
Did
In the
Lilo say
morning,
that?
Oh, Thylo is fine. You basically
Ah.
just gave him medicine.
perfect. Pod wakes up in a pile of goo, as a pile of goo.
Wakes up.
Oh.
2-dimensional.
He screams, wakes up
I
and
feel
Aryan,
like
Aryan
my
looks
muscles
over,
are
and Aryan
also-
The
screams.
bed screams. It's a mimic.
Roll
Tries
for
to eat him, he
initiative.
can't. He's an ooze.
Slips right out.
That's a
Man,
weird,
that stuff
obscure
was
anime.
great. I feel like my muscles are completely relaxed. I have no muscles.
That's how we end. That's how we end this session.
That's a weird anime title. That's super obscure. Help, my siblings in ooze. Who would like to go next?
I could go.
Sure.
Basically, Levy spends the entire night doing all the crazy antics that could be thought of, trying to lose the bears, trying to now turning it into a game of hide and seek with the bears, dragging Brayler along, and then turns into trying to teach Brayler how to do some monk moves, which I would imagine does not go great.
Not really. He's a
Things
spell
like
sword.
cartwheels and and high kicks and stuff like that.
He's a blade singer. Sorry.
And then she'll emphasize again her wants for him to live a life more fulfilling to him. Before eventually, if she starts to think, okay, he's had enough, she'll take him to one of the rooms that were purchased. And but at some point in the night, she does emphasize how she wishes he could stay with them because she thinks he'd have a lot more fun.
Aw.
And sends him to bed and probably tackle hugs Eshna the next time she sees her. So
All right. Who's
in the
next?
morning, she's completely fine too because it's Levy. She's used to this kind of stuff.
Why don't we end with Eshna and Aryan? What's the rest of your evening look like?
Just the most relaxed he's been, if not ever, then at least since before this whole thing began. Ate soup, which was, I don't remember the roll, so I'm assuming it was good.
Yeah.
Tasty soup, and then continued to eat tasty soup. Questioning again with Pod, how am I not full when I'm eating so much soup? I'm eating all the soup. There's no more soup to be had. What else is here to eat?
I'm at
Bread? I'm eating bread now. So he rolls his way back to a room. And then we're gonna. Oh, it's cocked.
Oh, we're rolling now.
Before he goes to sleep, he casts Greater Restoration on himself.
Nice. It nullifies the effects.
And he just.
And you have eaten so much soup.
So much soup.
The
Um,
moment you have
So full.
you feel so full, you're like, oh my gosh, what?
But it's
You
still
have to
fat and
wake up.
happy.
You wake up like
Food
every
coma.
hour of the night to pee.
All right.
Must have been that
so-
fistful of soup. No.
So he wakes up in the morning to Pod screaming. Feeling fine, but also like looks over and also screams because Puddle Pod.
Puddle pot.
It's
T-shirt.
it lasts a minute and it needs an action word. So the word was as Pod wakes up in the morning, they go,
Ah, good soup.
and just
All right, Eshna.
Is Woniri, he's strong, right?
Quite.
Great. I'm just gonna look towards him and be like, all right. Do you want to watch these freaking children with me? Because in order for me to see through the bear's eyes to make sure that they don't go off and do something crazy, I cannot see myself. So if we want to stay close, you're gonna have to carry me.
I can do that.
Very good. And we're just gonna like follow after Levy and Braylor, and we're gonna make sure that they're like not getting into too much trouble. And when they're over there, like Levy's trying to teach him how to do a cartwheel, the two of us are just kind of sitting and like watching and just having like a really relaxing night. Just kind of chill, both of us kind of like relying on the other. And it's always nice to like have a co-parent, especially when you like are doing it for yourself for so long. So like having an extra pair of eyes helps the relaxation go like even more so. And so as soon as Levy, like we figure out that they're wanting to head back, we'll head back in front of them. And I'll, say goodnight to him. Thank you for spending the evening with me. It was very lovely.
Of course. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah. And then I'll go to Levy and Maya's room, take off all my makeup. I'll be pretend mad for when she gets back. And then she'll tackle hug me, and I'll get her into bed. Making sure my unseen servant also takes off all of her makeup. And then using my healing light on her forehead as she sleeps. She thinks that she's never had a hangover. So quickly clear that, and then I will go into bed myself.
Amazing. All right. Well, that's where we're gonna leave off. in the
Wait,
morning.
how are the boys in
Rough.
the morning?
Rough. with no healing additions, they find themselves groggy and stumbling, cotton-mouthed, and remembers most of the night, but not all of it. I like to think that Braylor at some point is just like, did I recite poetry? Did I do a cartwheel in my armor? I'm amazing.
No, you tried to. There's a difference.
All right, chat, stick around. We're going to be doing a raid, but we are going to do our outros here. A couple of important announcements. June is upon us, or soon to be so, and we will be beginning our summer series that allows me to kind of take the reins off and put it on to someone else to do a shorter story, D&D wise, and allows me to kind of recoup and prep and do stuff like that as we prepare for picking back up in August. We will be picking back up with Terraform and Windfall, and Void Scourge is its own craziness that will continue as well. But there will be a bunch of campaigns during the summer, so make sure you tune in for that. They will be put up on more information about that will be put up on the Discord, so please do go check that out. And that will be on its way. If you do want to get caught up, watch previous campaigns that are fully edited, as well as the previous summer series involving Avatar and a really crazy Veil campaign that Dad Dirty Taco ran. Head over to the YouTube, Jake and Pfeffers. If you hit that subscribe button, it actually really does go a long way for us. This has been a very fun night, y'all. I had a lot of fun. This isn't what I expected to go on, but it was 100% what needed to happen, I think. I think this is going to be a cherished memory forever for me. I'm not going to lie. This was a really fun, really beautiful, well done episode. Hats off to all of you. I think that's everything. Oh, Critical Bard, Marcus Territory, and an Artsy Fish all joining the Void Scourge campaign. So head on over there. See you on Saturday for some level 20 astral shenanigans that we got going on over there. And of course, tune in Thursday for Windfall, the Western Dark Gothic Late Victorian campaign that we got going on over there. That's it for me. Let me throw it over to my safety toss, Good Grief George, as I pull up this raid.
Wild! Hello! I'm Good Grief George. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone had a good time. You can follow me as Good Grief George on all the things, especially here and on Instagram. I say that because I'm doing a lot of content here, but I'm also starting to do some content for other channels as well, such as tomorrow I'll be on DMing some Avatar Legends for EDH Adventures. Good group of people, met them at Gen Con, and we've been planning ever since then. Speaking of Gen Con, I'll be at Gen Con this year as well, also running Avatar Legends for Magpie Games. I'll be at MomoCon running Avatar Legends for Magpie Games. Might be doing it for Dragon Con as well. Might be doing it for a couple other conventions. So if you guys want to know where I am, follow my Instagram and I'll tell you. It's all there. So I'm just everywhere, and I'm playing a lot of Avatar. Also, Avatar Season 2 of the campaign is going to be part of that summer series stuff that Jeff was talking about here. So be on the lookout for all of that. I personally am super excited about it because like Avatar is like making this big comeback with like the live actions now coming out soon, and the 2 other shows were showed, like 3 different movies were announced. It's nonsense. So I'm super excited and hyped to continue running for this stuff. So anyway, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Can't wait to play with you guys, and we'll toss it over to Taylor and Tracy.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I am the writer and GM of Heinefall, which is a LARP in Texas. You should absolutely check it out at heinefall.com. We have a Discord if you want to meet the community and learn more about exactly what the LARP is and things like that. We have examples of text roleplay and what some of the characters are playing when not at the in-person events over on Tales of the Mists. On YouTube if you want to check out some of the places, things like that. All sorts of stuff going on. I also work for the Voyage North, which takes everyone up to the largest LARP in North America, Douche de Bicoline. It's a French LARP up in Canada, and it's super fun. So check all that out. And the reason my content has not been all over the place is because I've been busy writing. So that's where I've been. Let's toss it to Jake.
Hello, I'm Crypto Jake. You find me on TikTok and Instagram. And come summer, I will be running on, I believe, the Thursday slot, the Lord of the Rings one-shot. So I have a couple ideas of what I want to do, but nothing concrete yet. So tune in for that because it's gonna be a good time. Check out the YouTube for all the stuff. Jeff already said that, but I'm saying it again. And yeah, Ben.
Hi, my name is Ben Brainerd. You can find me on the internet. I also will be part of a summer series. I've been creating a new module for D&D that uses hit die classes, so it's gonna be fun as soon as I finish it. Now that there is actually like a time that I need it to be done, I will actually get it done. Yay! Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this session of nonchalance and debauchery and rugs. We'll be back on track next week, fighting people who deserve to be fought, as it should be. Who's not gone?
Dorky.
Me.
Dorky.
Hey guys, that Dorky cosplayer. I do cosplay and I also do art. So if you have a D&D character or you want to put yourself in an anime or something shenanigans like that, feel free to send me a message. We can make that happen. I am feeling very excited for next week. I really enjoyed today's session. I love the shenanigan sessions. They're always one of my favorites. Yeah, if you guys get the chance, be sure to check out all of those links to check everybody out. They all make great content. It's very entertaining. And yeah.
All right. Well, everybody pile into this raid. We're going to go kick it with the Smoking Barrel Tavern. Fantastic couple that does a lot of fantasy content, who is also DMing the Quincy's Convergence, as am I. I'm very excited to go meet them. Do go show them some love, and have a phenomenal rest of your week, friends. I'll see you Thursday and Saturday. Everyone say bye obnoxiously. Bye-bye!
Toodles.
Bye.
Didn't tell me we were the cosplayer. Ugh.
We are rated.